Thanks for joining me again today on this channel. And if you've been part of the program before now, you know that we've been talking about the 4 Ds that you need to live the dream. Yes, living the dream. That is what this is all about, because having drawn your life plan, the question is, how does it come out of that spreadsheet and become reality that you can live in? And last week, we spoke about discipline. The week before that, we spoke about desire. And I promised this week that I'm going to spend some time to elaborate on the concept of discipline so that it becomes something you can touch, you can apply, and then you can go run with and have the benefit it can offer. To that end, as usual, our quote for the week says that success is nothing more than a few disciplines practiced every day. Pay attention to that quote, because the hashtag for the week is routine. And that every day is a big concept I will speak about down the line. So, what is discipline, if you remember? Discipline, as I defined last week, is the process through which an individual is trained to comply with certain codes, ethics, behavior, or standard. Last week, my focus was on trained. This week, my focus is on the process. Yes, discipline is a process. Nobody wakes up and become disciplined all round on all facets. So, what do you need to be able to achieve that level of discipline required for you to be able to make a success and live your dream? As usual, I have 5 steps I'd like to share with you, and I hope you benefit from them. Number 1 is you must be clear about your target. What are you trying to achieve? I won't sweat that this week because we've spoken about purpose and we spent a lot of time talking about developing the life plan. All that was to make you articulate a big, hairy, audacious goal that you want to live for. If you missed any of those episodes, go back now, watch them, and then let's continue. Number 2 is identify your gaps. What is that part of your life that you need to discipline, that you need to behave in a particular pattern, to comply with a particular standard, to fit a particular expectation? It is your ability to identify that then helps you to know what are the areas that you need to focus on. For some people, it is procrastination. For some, it is integrity. For some, it is consistency. For some, it's even about how you spend your money. For some, it's about how you spend your time. If you don't know the area of your life that requires to be disciplined, then you are not likely to go anywhere with the concept of discipline. So once you've identified the gaps, I'm very, very particular this week about this 3rd point. And it is the word routine. Routine. Every one of us, we are habits, we are attitudes. That's all. At the core, if you want to summarize anybody in life, there are just 2 things: habits and attitudes. And therefore, if you really want to acquire discipline, you must be able to reduce it into certain routines. As an example, if you find yourself not being very productive with your day, the day just kind of rolls around, and before you know it, it's 5 p.m., it's 6 p.m., and you really can account for what the day was put into. Routine says establish the habit of starting your day with a to-do list and then review it 2 or 3 times before the end of the day. In the beginning, it will not be straightforward. In the beginning, it may be contrary to what you are used to, but remember that what you do today is a result of many years of doing it over and over again. So, starting today, it will not just jump in flying and become a part of your life, but you must make it a routine. Routine says You do it again and again and again and again and again. And before you know it, you begin to form new habits. You begin to build new behaviors that can lead you in the direction that you want to go. That is why the hashtag this week is about routine. Everything we're speaking about on discipline, if you don't reduce it into routine, I'm afraid it's very hard for you to get anything out of it. And the fourth point you must be aware of is kick the excuses. Kick it. Oh, it's because I'm overworked. Oh, it's because I'm broke. Oh, it's because I do not have anybody to help me. Oh, it is. If you don't kick your excuse will become your escape. And if you are busy escaping, it means you are not ready to confront what is standing between you and the life you want to live. And unfortunately, it means that your plan remains what? A plan. On your spreadsheet, in your document, affecting nobody, benefiting nobody, giving nobody any value. So, you get to kick the excuse. You must remove anything that helps you to behave in the old manner. You must remove all the paradigms that you have, your way of thinking, your way of looking at life that is giving you an escape. Because until you confront it, it does not change. And last but not the least is that you will always benefit when you find accountability partners. Who are accountability partners? They are people that you can always share your plan with, your discipline plan, your life plan, and say, you know what, I want to become very productive. I realize that I am very lazy in getting up, and before I get out of bed, the day is already halfway. So I need you to help me keep myself accountable with a 7 o'clock get up every day, a 6 o'clock get up every day. And they can ask you, they can help you wake up on time, they can call you, they can push you, because all you need is that push at the beginning of the new habit before it stays. If you don't have those accountability partners to help you, it can be start today, drop tomorrow, start today, drop tomorrow, start today, drop tomorrow, and you look back, it can become very frustrating. So remember, like I started with, discipline is a process. If you seem to be struggling with it, please don't give up, because it is in sticking with it that you are able to develop the discipline you need to achieve what you want to achieve. And that is why our next week episode, we will be talking about what? Remember? Desire, discipline. Number 3, yes, determination. So you don't want to miss it next week. Keep it a date, because then we will now add determination to discipline. You can see how we are building this layer by layer so that you too can live the dream. So click that button now, share it with somebody, subscribe. Yes, give us a few comments. Let's know how we are connecting with you, and then make it a date next week, because we'll be here to talk about determination. Always a pleasure to be here to talk with you and share my perspectives with you. T-Mac is still my name, and all I'm trying to do is what? Make a little difference. Thank you and bye. See you next week.